Mr. Harihara, President, Project Management Institute Singapore Chapter. Mr. Ben Brown, PMI Managing Director, ASEAN. Sisters and brothers joining us online today, good morning. It is a privilege to be invited to speak at the PMI Singapore Chapter 15 Regional Project Management Symposium. Over the years, the SPMI Symposium has come to be known as one of Asia's leading annual conferences for project management professionals. And I'm glad to see such a healthy interest this year, even amidst the COVID-19 pandemic. COVID-19 is both a public health and an economic crisis. Many countries, including Singapore, are already experiencing the economic impact of the measures put in place to curb the spread of the virus. According to the latest labour market report released by the Ministry of Manpower, Singapore's overall unemployment rate is at the highest it has been for the past 10 years. To tackle this unprecedented crisis, the government has committed almost $100 billion to help save jobs and bring our nation through this crisis. But the government cannot win this battle alone. We must ensure that our working professionals have relevant and up-to-date skills so that they can remain agile and take the necessary steps in their careers to tide through this economic storm. Project management is one of the key adaptive skills that helps to improve the employment prospects of our working professionals. Many of you have first-hand experience of how your project management skill sets have helped to contribute towards the advancement of your careers. And I hope that this shows you the value of continuously keeping your skills current and relevant. At the labour movement, we are supporting our workers in 4 key areas. We are helping to save jobs, help those who have lost their jobs to find jobs, help segments of vulnerable workers, and create new quality jobs for workers to transit to. I will not go through all of them in detail today, but I will instead highlight 3 initiatives that I hope will be of help to you. First is the NTUC Job Security Council, or JSC, which preemptively matches displaced workers into growing industries that have hiring needs. Since it was launched in February this year, the JSC has helped to place over 20,000 workers. Over 7,000 companies are currently on the JSC, and I highly encourage you to come on board if you have yet to do so. The second initiative is NTUC's Company Training Committees, or CTCs. From my frequent ground visits to companies, many PMETs tell me that while they understood the importance of going for training and staying current with industry trends, they are unable to see how going for generic courses can help them in their specific line of work. That is why we are actively partnering with unionized companies to create company training committees. CTCs help our workers answer the 2 common questions of train what and train for what. Through the CTCs, we work with companies to assess their specific business and operational needs and translate these needs into a targeted training plan so that our employees can close the skills gap and at the same time remain adaptable and employable. Lastly, let me share with you about NTUC's UPME Center, which we have created to provide PMET union members with a one-stop advisory center for all things career-related. This includes career development workshops, job preparation courses, and job placement services. Let me share with you one real-life example of how the UPME Center can and had assisted our PMETs. Mr. Tan was retrenched from a multinational company where he had held a senior position in the IT department for over 5 years. Upon receiving his compensation package, Mr. Tan sought advice from our UPME career coach. He wanted to know if what he had received was fair and in line with current employment guidelines. It was good that he did, because the company had not paid Mr. Tan for his full tenure of service, and the company had even made the compensation taxable. with the help of our UPME Center, Mr. Tan was able to receive a fairer compensation package from the company. Mr. Tan also received assistance from NTUC to write a new resume and to brush up on his interview skills, as it had been more than a decade since he had last looked for a job. Our career coaches also work with executive headhunting firms to find job opportunities for him. All the hard work paid off, and Mr. Tan managed to transit to a new job quickly. Such examples are typical of how the NTUC UPME Center assists our PMAT union members. During the circuit breaker and the current safe reopening phase, we have been actively running webinars covering a wide variety of topics, from financial planning to building mental resilience to cater to the needs of our PMATs. I encourage you to join us as an NTUC member to enjoy the full suite of our services. Let me conclude by thanking Mr. Haihara once again and his team for being a steadfast supporter of the labor movement's mission to help every worker remain employed and employable. Many of the SPMI's flagship programs, such as the tickets to today's symposium and the project management professional certification offered by our NTUC Learning Hub, are eligible for the Union Training Assistance Program, where NTUC members can receive subsidies of between $250 to $500 per calendar year. I look forward to building on this strong partnership so that together we can help all workers remain adaptable and emerge from this crisis stronger than before. Thank you very much.